Today I'm going to be giving you my first impressions of the 2020 Trilogy Challenge disc. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Tristan Tanner, part of Team Latitude 64. I'm going to be giving you guys my first impressions of the 2020 Trilogy Challenge disc. The first one, the putter, is the BT Hybrid Crown. The Crown is an already released disc, but the BT Hybrid plastic is something new, and it's kind of a more special edition type plastic. It's kind of a mix between the hard and the medium plastic in the classic BT or Zero plastics, and the Crown is great, feels great in the hand. The Bounty, this one is the Lucid one. It's a beaded mid-range that's supposed to be really straight and have just a really consistent flight. And then the SPZ3 is one of the new, not easy to use line discs, but it's part of one of the new starter sets. I don't really know anything about this disc, so I'm really it's kind of shaped similar to a Getaway, but I'm really excited to see how this one flies. It feels really good in the hand. Let's just start right off. The Crown, great feel in the hand. It's a slightly overstable putter, but the plastic feels amazing. Let's see how it flies. I'm just gonna try to throw it flat and see what happens. We keep in mind I'm at 5,000 feet here in Colorado. So this is probably going to be a little more overstable than it normally would be. I also have a little bit, probably about 8 mile an hour tailwind right now. Maybe not quite that much, 5 to 8 mile an hour tailwind. Threw it on, just ended up coming out on a slight hyzer, a little bit grip locked, first throw of the day, but it just held the hyzer really great, kept a great glide, felt pretty fast for a putter. Next up, I have the Bounty. Again, this is a nice beaded mid-range, great feel on the hand. I've heard this one is pretty straight, so I'm going to try to rip this on a slight hyzer and just let it flip up, hopefully, and just ride straight. Okay, that one didn't quite get up to flat. It's a little more stable than I was expecting it to be, but it did have a nice little flip up. Threw it a little nose up. I've got another one here. I think this one might be in the Fusion plastic. I'm not exactly sure, but again, feels great in the hand. I'm gonna try to rip this one a little bit flat or give it a little bit more power and see what happens. Just really straight. Yeah, I got some good power on it. Didn't throw it full power, but nice straight flight. Still a slight little finish at the end. I'll throw them back in the headwind and see if the stability holds up. Next up, I've got the SPZ3. Again, it's a great feeling. Feels like a slightly faster fairway driver. Very similar feel to the Getaway. And just by that, I think it's going to be slightly overstable. So I'm going to try ripping on it flat and just seeing what happens. That was really nice. I really enjoyed that one. Just threw it flat, got a nice, just a little bit of turn, and then nice consistent fade at the end. I'm gonna try, I'll power up on this one a little bit. Again, I don't know if this one's in the gold line plastic now, but similar feel in the hand, but I'm gonna give this one a little bit more power. kind of grip locked it a little bit low, but again, felt like a great stability, great long fairway driver. Let's go see how they fly on the way back. Okay, now throwing back into the little bit of headwind, gonna throw the crown again. I'm gonna give this one some hyzer and see if it'll hold it. Yeah, held it great. The headwind kind of died, so pretty much the same flight as it did going the other way. Next, got the bounty. I'm gonna try to give this one a little bit of anhyzer, and even in the headwind, just see what the flight is. Okay, yeah, about what I expected. Couldn't quite hold up to it. Just with the anhyzer release and a little bit of headwind, the nose just held over the whole way. Gonna rip this one on a hyzer into the headwind and see what happens. On a hyzer release, those bounties really respond well to any amount of power. They're really slow turning, so they don't ever want to get up and like get squirrely. So yeah, really consistent flight. Next up, the SPZ3. Again, it flew very similar to the Getaway, going the opposite direction. So I'm gonna give this one a flat release, try to give it a little bit of height into the wind and some power and see what happens. Yeah, that disc has a ton of glide. Really neutral flight, not too stable of a finish. I'm gonna see how it flies on just on a hyzer release and try to let it hold a hyzer line the whole way. Wow, held it great. Those might even go straight into the bag, honestly. I really like the flight of those. Super controllable, fast for, I'm pretty sure it's a fairway driver. Sorry, this bird's circling over me. But really fast for a fairway driver, similar slot to that Getaway, I would assume. Let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see a direct side-by-side comparison between that and the Getaway. Real quick, I just want to show you guys some just all-out rips on these two on some bigger distance lines, just to see how they respond and how far their potential distance is. That's great. But yeah, that one might be making the bag. The bounty is a great straight mid-range that I think a lot of people can enjoy, and then the crown is just already a putter that a lot of people really like, and it's just in my opinion probably the best putter plastic that we make right now. So thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more of my content, and we'll see you guys in the next video.